my goodness. Pocket jacks, they just can't make any friends, man. Pocket jacks, man. Pocket jacks, you're not doing us any favors here. I am bringing you the 10K that is Phil's Thrills. Our champion will be taking home 177,000. Kicking things off at the 4K, 8K blind level with a 1K ante. In the final table, our short stack is Dan Ludan with 10 big blinds. And our chip leader is Samu Sabu with 68 big blinds. Just gonna go with the smaller sizing, 2.2. Chrissy with the king blocker and the chips. She is gonna defend. Wow, middle set for fast play fast. Gonna have no concerns of anything whatsoever here. This is about as good as it gets. Only downside for him is that his opponent didn't catch a piece of the board, but he's giving her the opportunity to bluff at it. Checking back here with the lock hand on the flop. See if Chrissy takes the bait here. But she's gonna take a small stab here. Third pot. You know, fast play. Not gonna be going anywhere here. Full house. Will Chrissy follow through with another barrel here? Some of the hands she's representing. Backdoor flush draws did improve. Fast play was on ace high. Facing two bets would be pretty dicey. She is going to fire another bet here. Still pretty small. Third pot. Non all-in raise here. We know Chrissy won't be calling that. And yeah, we know fast play had the goods here, so Chrissy wasn't getting it through. But we got some big hands here. Born to tilt with pocket eights. Dan Ludan with ace king. Born to tilt with 2.2. What else is Dan going to be doing but jamming it in with ace king? And we're going to be off to the races. But he's giving it some thought, running the numbers, really considering the ICM. Yeah, he's going for it. All right. 55, 40. Dan flops a gut shot. He's going to need an ace, a king, or a jack to stay in the game here and pick up 220,000 on that brick river. Born to tilt, going to get the knockout and going to get the 220K. He's now going to be in third place with 330K. All right, Manuel picking up eights. Samu with threes is going to play here. There's semi-shallow 25 blinds. Samu's got about, 12.5x the bet behind. Calling two big blinds, but having 25 big blinds, potential implied odds. And wow, we get a squeeze here. Aloha, mate, taking the ace blocker in a spot where it looks quite strong. 3-betting for like a quarter of his chips out of the big blind. Gonna put Manuel in a very awkward spot, but he's just jamming it and gets it through, man. Chrissy B with an ace on the button, raising it up. Gotta imagine Born to Tilt's gonna be getting involved here. Likely with a 3-bet. Are there any like extreme ICM implications that would lead Born to Tilt to prefer to call here? I guess so. These are the two medium stacks, so they're showing the adjustment. Last week we saw Chris Moneymaker in this spot. Just easy 3-bet here. Playing a little lower variance, and wow, what a flop this is. Manuel coming along in the big blind with 6-4-0. Hand that's very unlikely to be dominated by the button opening range and the small blind flatting range. So it makes sense why I'd get in there with the live cards. And he's got to like this flop. It's more of a big blind flop than the other two players, especially the small blind. Chrissy, though, has flopped the wheel. 5 high straight. Question is, facing the lead, how's she going to play it? She's just going to call. Disguise the strength of her hand. No, she's going to raise and look to get some action right here, right now. This is a board that is favoring the big blind. Hence why we saw the lead from Manuel. And this raise does show a fair bit of strength, but at the same time, decent price here to continue. Less than 4 big blinds, getting 3-1 on the call. It's got a pair, gut shot. No, he recognizes what Chrissy's representing here. He doesn't want to get any more involved. Good discipline there from Manuel. Born to tilt, ace jack here. I'd imagine under most circumstances, raise and take. Unless our chip leader, Samu Sabu, wants to put those chips to work. A couple of smaller stacks in play. Playing against the third place stack. Can apply a good amount of pressure. So he's going to be taking a flop here. Fairly wide, 5-8-0. Both players flopping a piece. Favors the buttons opening range. We've got a small bet. Samu going to continue here. It's only 1.5 blinds. Play for 9K. And there it is, man. He's calling, getting the pot odds to improve to his 2-pair. That's exactly what he did. Now the question is, how's he going to play it? He's improved to 2-pair. Board is getting quite wet here. 2 flush draws out there, which would often lead to Born to Tilt to choose a larger sizing. On the same hand, though, with a medium strength ace, maybe preferring to just get it to showdown. So now Samu gonna go for value here, I imagine. Question is what size? What do we think in chat? 60,000? 45? Small bet 30K? I'm leaning towards the higher side here. That's just my guess. Get your votes in the chat. He's going for all of it. He's going greedy, making a polarizing bet, saying I could have a missed flush draw, putting max pressure on you, 3x pot, or I could have 2 pair, figuring his opponent has a bluff catcher, and it's going to be a binary decision. Either he's bluffing or he's not. Raising from the cutoff. Fairly tightest range since he's only got 12 bigs here. Fast play fast, just going to let that one go. Ooh. And we have a 3-bet here. We're just seeing a lot of the big stack pressure here. It's a beautiful thing, right? When there's a big stack behind, players are going to open tighter, hence folding ace 10. When you have the bigger stack, all you need is one card. 3-betting the blocker, late position open. Show me what you got. Samu with the big stack. Just play like an aggro. Flopping an open ender here. Will he hammer? Smelly gut shot, couple overs. Up against the big stack. Yeah, he's just going to let that one go. All right, Manuel with the big hand here. He's got the 8s. And RIP Smelly with a bigger hand here with the aces. Is going to go with the small 3-bet. 5 bigs. What do you do if you're Manuel? We did see earlier when he was in a spot, he got 3-bet. He did just go with the jam. But that was a different situation. That was a late position open and a flat and a squeeze from the big blind. This is early position versus mid. There's a couple short stacks in play too. Really awkward with 8s. He's going to jam and get the bad news. Aces are good. Flop and top set. He does have some hope here with the spade flush draw, though. No more. Dead on the turn. And that's going to be a GG. Get that out of here. Manuel MPC going to be our 8th place finisher, taking home $26,600. All right, Aloha. Jack 10 suited. This has got to be the hand. 5 blinds under the gun. Gonna run into King Queen, but Jack 10 suited. Pretty good equity hand. Definitely one of those hands that, you know, has a way of getting there. 60-40. No good on the flop. Always dead to rights. Got one more card. And there it is on the river. The Jack of Clubs pushes that pot Aloha Mate's way. Miracle on 5th Street. All remaining players here guaranteed just shy of $40,000. Current chip leader is Samu Sabu with 635K. RIP Smelly Christy B tied for 2nd with 500. Fast play, finding a king, jam it, snap, call ace 10. Oh, but flops, trips. Willy Wonka feeling the pain of that one. You get the best hand, you make the right call, and sometimes the board just doesn't cooperate. I'm sure everybody who's watching this right now can feel the pain of that one and relate to that situation. We got Chrissy here, ace 2 suited off of 36, but big stacks behind. Not going to get involved. Bigger pairs behind. Aloha with the 6s. Oh, wow. We get the open shove from RIP Smelly, putting the pressure on these stacks and the blinds. I don't know if Aloha lets this go. Tied for being the shortest stack. Pretty strong hand. Yeah, he says run it. 2-1 favorite. And Smelly probably regretting that one now. Gonna need a 10. Doesn't find it. He was recognizing 2 short stacks with Willy Wonka there. These players are gonna call tight. All right, raise from Samu. Wonka's got to be all in with ace jack, right? And with the price, 2-1 suited ace, he's calling. Yeah, it's a great spot for Willy Wonka. 2-1 favorite. Just needs to fade a 9 or a 10 or a 3. There will be no chops. Blind versus blind with a pair against the big stack off of 20. I could easily see this being a jam. She's going to be opening really wide as the big stack, you know, all kinds of blockers. Pretty big hand for a heads up situation. Yeah. Running into kings here. Unlucky. Christy's not folding kings this time. And he or she just needs to fade a king for a chop. And Christy going to take that one down. Based on the avatar, I'm going to assume it's a lady. So we will go with a she, but we won't know for sure. Christy is our new chip leader at 750,000. Chrissy B, comfortable position here now as the chip leader. We'll see if implements a different strategy now. I think some of the hands we saw her folding before will be opens now, or maybe even 3-bets. Oh, for sure. Smelly defending here, queen 2 suited. Fortunately for them, no diamonds on this board. 5, 6, 7. No piece for either player. Probably a board that a bit more favorable to the big blind. And so Chrissy checks it back, improving to a pair of kings. Now going nowhere. We'll see if, I mean, Smelly, the board's better for them. They just have more of these 5, 6, 7 cards. But the king turn definitely better for Chrissy. Or maybe if we saw like a, I don't know, a 3 or a 9 or something, if Smelly might have fired a bluff at it. Chrissy gonna go for some value here on the larger side, takes it down. Fast play fast, opening it up with ace queen. Samu, we're gonna be getting involved here. King jack covers. Probably a good hand to take a flop. The shorter stacks, unlikely to be opening, you know, super wide. So they're gonna have reasonable hands. Makes sense Samu would take a flop. And I think this is a board that favors Samu in the big blind. Makes sense, he's gonna lead it. Very curious to see how fast play fast responds to this lead out here. Does have 2 over cards. Does have the best hand currently. Is gonna take one off. Now, Samu, is he gonna continue to represent on the board that favors the big blind range despite having not much of an actual hand? He has the bigger stack too, so he can apply a lot of pressure. He is following it up with another third pot bet. Tough spot for fast play fast. I mean, I don't really see how he can continue here facing this pressure. So easy for Samu to have any piece here. Yeah, and he's going to get it through. That's really nicely played hand, recognizing the range versus range dynamics that board favored the big blind. Now, this pot here will be contested. Willy Wonka with 9s, sub 10, probably just going to be a shove. And Sabu definitely going to be calling with ace queen. He's beating the ace jacks, ace 10s, king queens. It's a flip. And Willy Wonka currently ahead, needs to fade an ace and a queen. If he does, dude, he's going to be in great position here. Successfully does. Wins that flip up to 350,000. Now Sabu, suddenly after coming into our final table as the chip leader, is one of the shortest stacks. In the blinds there, just not interested. He's just going to play chip preservation and respect that the chip leader is in position on him. So Chrissy finds ace king suited, and I mean, Smelly, he's got the deuce, which is like not the best for it, but he's also got the ace blocker, so he is going to find the 3-bet. If anyone was going to find it, it's Smelly, as I said. Chrissy though, ace king, way too much of a hand here. This one's going to be all in and take, man. You got to give it to Smelly though. A lot of heart here. Now 10-6 suited, that feels like it's going a little too crazy. Plus she'd have to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players. That being said, this guy only has 5 blinds. It's going to be very tough. Yeah, so I guess she felt like the risk was a little too high to just open shove, but she wants to be V-pippy and she wants to be playing just about every hand that she can. And I mean, I'm going to think this one gets through. No? Wow. Okay. I mean, pot odds though. She's getting 3-1. Fast play fast recognized. Yeah. Here we go. King 10 versus 10-6 suited. She's got gutter. Get her for a chop. Not gonna find it. Sorry, Chrissy with the ace. She's just gonna ship this one. It's only 12 bigs. Yep. Now Samu, he knows he's ahead of the jamming range with ace 9, but is it too much to call off and take the variance, given that they're all tied and that the next jump's, you know, 15k, and like if he gets 2 jumps, it's 30k. This is when things get really awkward. He knows she's jamming really wide, but is ace 9 strong enough to run it? Wow. Yeah, he says yes. Chrissy, once again, getting it in dominated. Kind of unlucky to run into these exact setups, though. 70-30. She's going to need a 6. Now she's going to need a 7. And that's not going to be it. Big double there for Sabu. Chrissy's chip lead, not quite as big as it was anymore. I imagine we're going to see her dial it back a little bit with the open shoves. Oh, this could be awkward. Samu, it's only 15 bigs effective with the suited ace on the button. He's the bigger stack and put a lot of pressure on the smaller stacks. Might see a jam here. And if we do, we will definitely see a call here from Aloha, mate. This could be a big swing pot. Oh my goodness. And Sabu says the bad news 30% of the time. It works every time. There it is. 2 pairs. Aces up for Sabu. Terrible way to go out for Aloha, mate. Pocket jacks, they just can't make any friends, man. Aloha Mate. Gonna be our 6th place finisher, taking home $50,400. And Samu Sabu gonna be back in the chip lead. This time I think Chrissy's gonna call. Yep, it's a flip. 8s versus King 10 suited. She just needs to fade a king and a 10 for 500k in chips. She gets it. You know, she puts in 10. He rejams 8. He knows she's going wide. Figures the king 10 suited's good enough. Wants to try to take that pot, but unfortunately luck was not on his side that one. RIP Smelly played his brains out on that final table, going for it every single spot, and unfortunately for him, luck finally ran out. But Chrissy continues to run hot. Congratulations to our 5th place finisher, Rip Smelly, taking home 65k. And now we're down to the final 4. Got our short stack fast play fast with 11 bigs. Willy Wonka next with 12 bigs. Raising to induce here. See if he gets an aggressive 3-bet from either of the big stacks. Chrissy 34. Samu Sabu 39. Definitely with a hand that will at least want to see a flop, but like if he thinks Willy's opening wide, he could apply some pressure, but Willy doesn't have a whole lot of reason to open super wide, being the short stack, raising in the big stacks. Yeah. Samu recognizes that. Just gonna call here, and Willy gets a clean board. No backdoor potential, no real anything of interest here for Samu. So if Willy fires a bet here, should take it down, maybe 30, 40,000. Yep, there it is. Fast play, ace 5, 9 bigs, shortest stack. Is it good enough? Yes, it is. Samu might call with 4s. He hits a flip, 50-50, and an ace comes once again. This time it's fast play fast, being the benefactor of it. And that's going to be a big double up, getting up to 500k. Suddenly, how to change up the strategy as the bigger stack. Samu, I mean, based on what we've seen, he's going to be applying pressure right back at her. Is he just going to rip this one in? Nope. He's going to take a flop in position again. So I guess we see the difference there. Out of position, rip it in. In position, blind versus blind. You can really apply a lot of pressure post flop. Just hit it with the smooth call. And with a gut shot here, imagine he's not going anywhere. Gut shot, ace high. Chrissy with a backdoor flush draw. Oh, that is going to be a little bit of trouble for Chrissy. Samu turning the nuts straight. Chrissy with second pair now. You know, it's I don't think it's so bad. She's going to be losing her stack or giving them the full double up or anything, but going to cost her at least one bet here. Can't see her just check folding to a bet. Samu definitely going to be betting here, building the pot. Question is how big? Is it 3 blinds? Is it 5 blinds? If there are 2 flush draws out there, is it more blinds? It's 5 blinds. I feel like Chrissy probably got to call 1, right? Probably got to call 1. You still beat, well, some of the floats. You beat the flush draws. You beat the pair of 10s. Yeah, you don't beat the pair of 10s anymore. Most of the floats, you beat some of the ace highs. Anyway, I think on this river, should probably be able to get away. If you're in Samu's shoes, you're still following through, right, Chad? She's not going to have too many backdoor flush draws. No, she's going to have very few, right? She probably keeps betting with most of those. Probably keeps betting with most of the 2 pairs, so not expecting to see any full houses. Samu goes for value, as he should. Rightfully so. Just because it's a card that completes some hands doesn't mean it's a true scare card. And I think we'll probably see Chrissy let this one go. Big swing pot there. Unlucky for Chrissy. And yeah, Samu back in the chip lead. Sam, are you going to go this wide? He's going to go that wide. Well, safe to say Samu is V-pipping 100%. He is playing every single hand from the small blind as the chip leader, four-handed here. And look at that recognition of the situation by fast play fast, knowing just how wide Samu is going, and he wasn't afraid. He was never scared. Rips it right back in his face with King 5 offsuit. Oh man, we might... Okay, Samu, discipline there. Recognizes he could be a man beaten by jacks. Here we go. Queen deuce against jacks. Willy Wonka picks up the right hand at the right time. Fast play fast needs to hit a queen or a deuce. And... pocket jacks, man. Pocket jacks, you're not doing us any favors here. You know, they already... really are not a fan of you. 90% of the chat is not a fan of jacks, and you're not helping your case losing to hands like queen deuce off like that. Unfortunately, falling to the fate of pocket jacks, just like our 6th place finisher Aloha Mate, is going to be our 4th place finisher Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka going to be taking home 82.6k, and we're now 3-handed. Chrissy has locked up 6 figures, and she's jamming jack 3 suited, running into ace jack. Not looking good for Christy. She's drawing dead on the turn. Gonna be our third place finisher, taking home $105,000. Shout out to Chrissy B. Samu had deal checked already. Fast Play Fast immediately checks deal as we get to heads up. Both players got 133K locked up. Deal has been made and the tournament has ended. That's going to be our payouts for the final table. Fast Play Fast going to be taking home $149,448 for second place in the ICM chop. And Samu Sabu came into the final table as the chip leader and finished as our last player standing, taking home $161,352 for the chop.